When was the last time you felt truly successful? Not because you checked someone else's boxes, but because something deeply resonated within your soul. If you're struggling to answer, you're not alone. So I have been there. I have measured my success by someone else's yardstick, and I've learned that that path can lead to exhaustion, not fulfillment. And in fact, I call it having a full bank account and an empty happiness tank. I'll share a personal story from a few years ago. I truly had my dream home. It had the big wraparound front porch. It was perfect for entertaining. It had a lovely yard. I mean, the works. And on paper, it was everything that I had worked for and dreamed about. But the reality was, when I made the brave decision to leave it, I found myself in a small rental with mismatched furniture. And you know what? It was the supposedly lesser space. I actually found such profound peace. Because you see, the magic happened when I stopped measuring success by square footage and started measuring it by the peace in my heart. My friends would visit and I'd laugh about, the hand-me-down furniture, and they just say, Michelle, your home feels so peaceful. And that really hit with me, because success isn't about the grandeur of our surroundings, but the authenticity of our choices. And I'd been delaying decorated because I didn't know what I liked. I mean, seriously, I had full decision rights in it, and I was just at a loss. And this moment allowed me space to explore my preferences. And right now, the details of my home decor is just not top of mind. It's not something that I find unsettling, so I'm letting it ride until I decide it's time to do something different for me. And these types of experiences have allowed me to learn that true success isn't about following someone else's roadmap. It is about creating your own. And it starts with understanding your core values. So let's talk about 3 common success traps I see professional women fall into. Number 1, the title chase. You keep pushing for the next promotion, but once you arrive, you find the achievement feels empty. I remember working for a prestigious brand in a role that got me a lot of industry speaking opportunities, which I admit I love. And it was one of those events that I was really listening what was coming out of my mouth, realizing that I was painting a picture that was not even close to being true. The reality was that I was depleted and beat down. And each evening I would pull into my driveway, sit there in the garage, dreading the moment I walked through the door, because I knew I would be needed and I didn't know if I could handle it. Here were the most important people in my life, but I had already given away the best I had that day. Number 2, the perfect life facade. You're admired, and you may even have others saying they aspire to be you, but that inner voice is screaming for authenticity. I remember one of my clients sharing a story where she had achieved her dream C-suite title and was crushing it at work. There was a company banquet that she attended with her husband, and he too carried an impressive executive title. And they presented as the dream power couple. But reality was they were living in separate homes, hanging on to this facade because they both felt like they needed it to uphold their brand image and reputation. Number 3, the constant comparison. You are crushing it by normal standards, but something still feels missing. You see how your predecessors seem to juggle everything so well and wonder why you can't. However, you certainly don't allow the cracks to show, because you desire to send this message that says you're superwoman. And if you show up as less than that, then you're at risk of damaging your reputation and limiting your opportunities. Does any of this sound familiar? Here's why this happens. We are operating on borrowed values. Your core values are like your personal GPS. And when your actions align with them, you're on the right path. But when they don't, well, that's really when success feels hollow. So I want to share a framework that I use with my clients, and honestly on myself. So think about a time when you felt fulfilled, completely fulfilled, not just successful, but deeply satisfied. What values were you honoring at that moment? In my earlier story, I chose to value my peace, and it changed everything in my spirit. Leading up to that, my lack of peace was taking its toll on my health, my outlook, and my actions. And frankly, all of it was weighing me down because I had abandoned myself. You see, success without value alignment is like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. It's exhausting because you keep working so hard at it, but ultimately it's futile. So here are 3 steps to start aligning your success with your values. Step 1, values discovery. Take out your journal and answer 3 questions. What moments make you feel most alive? What situations make you feel most frustrated? And what do you stand for no matter what? 2, success audit. Look at your calendar for the past week. Which activities energized you? Which drained you? Where is the disconnect between them? Number 3, boundary setting. Now here's where it gets powerful. Use your values as your decision-making filter. So before you say yes to anything, ask, does it align with my core values? Will this move me toward my version of success? Is this an absolutely yes in my spirit? So here's your brave challenge for this week. Choose one area of your life where success feels a bit forced. And maybe it's your work schedule, your networking approach, or even your morning routine. Apply these value filters that we just discussed. I'll also share a link to download the filter for reference. But notice, what shifts do you need to make to align this area to your version of success? And share your insights in the comments below. I read and respond to every single one. Just remember, you have permission to define success on your terms. It's not selfish. It's necessary for sustainable success. So if this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Next week, I'm going to dive deeper into how to maintain those boundaries once you've set them. And if you're ready, you want to take this work further, click the link in the description to join my newsletter community, where we explore these topics in even more depth. So be brave, live fabulous, and I'll see you in the next video.